Good morning, everybody. I guess y'all will recognize this uh, John Deere. I brought it in one day last week, Wednesday, I think it was. Customer called me. It's a new customer. Said that they couldn't get it to crank, and they had lost the key on it, and they were just using the old key to crank it with, and all of a sudden it started. They couldn't get the battery charged up on it, and they thought it had something to do with the switch. Well, I was out here working on it, and I couldn't find nothing wrong with just the fact that it needed a battery. But let me see, I'll get on the other side and work. Let me see. I'm gonna go get a couple of 10 millimeter wrenches. I'll be right back. But anyway, well, I ain't got enough room to work on the other side, so I guess you're gonna have to bother me in your way. Since you're right there, see if it helps. Let me see if you can see what I'm doing. Anyway, I couldn't find anything wrong with the battery dead on it. So I called them yesterday, and I did an oil change, and they had just put a new filter on it last year, so no more than what it's used. It doesn't need a new filter, but 1 or 2 years. So I didn't change the oil filter on it. And then the battery they had in here was one. My tester showed it had bad cell in it. It showed it bad. So I told them it needed a battery, and that's really the only thing I could find wrong with it. Blades didn't need to be sharpened. They're sharp. Well, I told them I was going to put a battery on it, bring it back over today. Well, I get out on the thing and it won't crank. It won't even turn over. Well, I got to move the wires around. This little red wire right here had a connector, but right in here. Can you see that? Yeah, right in there. Had a little, not a butt connector, but similar to it. And I touched that and it cranked, and I said, So I bypassed it. Put a straight wire straight to it. That feeds the whole system. So let's see what it does now. All right, now that light didn't come on. I believe that took care of it. I didn't videotape it, me testing it, because I was all over the yard with it, and I drove it, and I mowed my part of my yard with it. But I'm going to put some lithium grease on these cables ends, keep them from corroding, and test a little bit more than it should be yet. That's one thing I wanted to do was switch act like that nuclear switch right there is trying to give it trouble. I don't like the way those are standing out there. I think I'll drill a hole right there and put a twist tie in it. Or probably might not have to drill a hole. Just wrapping them around these wires. I don't like that wire sticking out like that. But yeah, that'll work. Keep it out of the way. But I got to look at that wire and it was absolutely melted. So, back out of here. See how she does. I'll be back in a little bit. Good morning, everybody. It's let's see, probably pretty close to 12 o'clock. I'm late getting to work today. I've been laid up in bed the past couple of days, and you can get three guesses why. The first two don't count. But anyway, after I got through the John Deere and got it returned, the next door neighbor to the guy that owned the John Deere had a tiller he wanted me to look at. And here it is. I picked it up Saturday. I took the tines off of it and cleaned up all the trash off of it. I'm trying to get the wheels off of it. And I cranked it up, pulled it up on the trailer, but when I got home I cannot get this thing to crank to save my neck. And I found out why. It's a Tecumseh. If I'd have known it was Tecumseh, I would have never bought it. I would have never agreed to it. Anyway, that's top dead center. And you can see 4/1000 is way off. So that's part of it. I don't know if it's going to need a carburetor yet or not. These wheels are froze up. You're supposed to pull, I got a pin right here and the axle that you pull, and it lets it roll back and forth. That's your neutral. Hold on just a minute. On this model here, this is your reverse. Somebody welded or brazed a pin to the wire. And you pull it, and it puts it in reverse. And you pull this, and this is for the tines to work. All right. The tines are back here, wheels up here, of course. I've just still got to check the oil in the gearboxes. And he says motor leaks oil. Well, I ain't never seen a Tecumseh that didn't. Of course, I haven't seen one since I was a kid. I gotta get a cover for the valve stem. I mean the plug wire. And I may have to replace the carburetor. I don't know. Why it would run and then not run, I don't know. It had full oil, of course. The oil was so thick in it. Let's see. I've got it around here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. This is how thick that oil was. It's never been changed. Oh heck. Everything fogged up on me. But anyway. That's a little bit better. And I got that. I got a woman that called me about I got that generator in day before yesterday, Monday. No, wait a minute. Sunday. And what is today? This is Wednesday. I got it in Monday. Yeah, I got it in Monday. And then I got this lawnmower in Sunday too, and another old Boland's lawnmower. Now that lawnmower right there is just like that one, the one that smokes. The guy said he cranked it up, mowed with it a couple of times. It quit on him. He went and bought a riding lawnmower. Never tried to have it fixed. Kept it inside of a garage for 2 years. So he's got a third one. He was supposed to bring it to me. He just gave it to me. I ain't gonna whine about that. But that's what I'm working on now. At this minute, I'm going to adjust the valves on this Tecumseh and try to figure out why it won't crank. Get this over here if I don't break my neck, where you can see what I'm doing. Alright. Okay. Alright. And that sets at 4,000, so. Of course, it's metric. Well, that ain't metric. Yeah, it is. These are standard. That's it. It's let's see, 7/64, I guess. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess before I start, I've already got it on top dead center. Get my feeler gauges out. It's on 4,000 both of them. Uh-oh. Well, I don't have a 4,000. There's a 3,000. There it is, 4,000. It's hard to say. That'd be a first. Yeah. That may be why it won't run. Alright. Oops. Alright. Got to say one thing about Tecumseh. Valves is the easiest thing in the world to set. Yeah, that one needs to be a little bit tighter. Yeah, too tight. Alright. So, and the oil leak, I believe, was coming from the valve cover. Now, these gearboxes, I think they use 90 weight oil. I'll have to go down and get some of that. I had an emergency come in. Emergency repair come in Tuesday afternoon, and I'm just going to set that back on there trying to figure out if that's set or not. But the guy had a John Deere, and his adjustment on the back of his deck came loose and was digging his yard up. He lives out the street here, and I wind up, he got lucky. I got an old John Deere out here. I took an adjustment off of it, and put it on there, readjusting the deck, and him being a neighbor, I just told him, he said, what I owe you is 25 bucks. Took 2 hours to do it. I figured that was fair. And he said, well, I have to wait till my wife gets home to pay you. He said, when she gets home from work, I'll pay you. I ain't heard a word from him since. And believe me, he'll pay me. One way or another. I'm not a mean person. But when you tell me you're going to do something, I'm going to hold you to it. My wife helped me set my tools out of the way the other day, and now I have to hunt and pick for them. Alright. 10 millimeter. Could have extension. I hope everybody have a pretty good day. Had to take one of my cats to see the vet this morning. We use those Arresto free collars, and he's I think he's 13 now, so he's considered as a senior cat. And he was getting kind of. He got two bald spots right next to the tail, one on each side of his back. It kind of worried me because he didn't act like it itched him. He just acted like it bothered the hell out of him. Something down in there. Crush ring off plug. This plug came out of it. And my wife took him to the vet this morning. I didn't sleep at all last night. The back hurt me. I know how I did it. One day I'll learn, I guess. Don't know how, but one day I'll learn maybe. I need to find me a coil for a weed eater. I need the insulator off of it. And I think I just found one. Yep, sure did. Well, the insulator won't come off. This one might. Or that one. No, this one won't. That won't. Spray it down with some signal. This. Oh. Just smack my knee against that hoist. That felt good. There we go. Now take a rag. Get that out of there so I don't get bit.